Luffy from One Piece is, without a doubt, one of the best and most charismatic protagonists in the world of anime. And as is tradition in every good shonen, he has his own iconic transformations. But what makes Luffy different is that his forms aren't just about changing his hair color. They actually change the physics and structure of his own body. But with so many gears, which ones are really the best? Hey, I'm Valle, and today we're gonna rank all of Luffy's gears from worst to best. Get your bone-in steak ready, hit that like button with your haki, and let's jump straight into the ranking. Starting off our list, we have Gear 4 Tankman. To be honest, this form had a very brief and specific appearance during the fight against Charlotte Crocker. Luffy was only able to activate this version because he was literally stuffed with biscuits. In terms of destructive power and defense, it's excellent. Luffy turns into an unshakable fortress. The problem, zero mobility. Here, Luffy's completely stationary, relying purely on his opponent attacking him at just the right moment so he can counterattack like a human slingshot. It's a fun and creative form, but because it's so situational, it opens up our ranking here. Gear 3rd these days is amazing, but before the time skip, man, it was agonizing. Seriously, this form used to bother me a lot. Even though the destructive power of inflating his bones to create giant limbs was insane, back then it was a double-edged sword. The thing about limiting Luffy and shrinking his body after using it made the character completely vulnerable. In the middle of a life or death fight, turning into a defenseless chibi Luffy just wasn't worth it. But everything changes after the time skip. Luffy trained, mastered the technique, and got rid of that side effect. And to be honest, I like this ability way more now, and seeing those giant attacks being used together with armament haki is phenomenal. Luffy using Elephant Gun for the first time on Fishman Island was insane, sensational, and even today, Gear 3rd still gives us a lot of impactful scenes. When it comes to design, I remember perfectly that when it first appeared in the manga, a lot of people turned up their noses at it. They thought the look was just too different, really disproportionate, with skinny legs and a huge torso. But honestly, the first appearance of Gear 4, Boundman against Doflamingo, is just insane. Luffy basically turns into an extremely strong rubber gorilla. The attacks gain an incredible amount of weight, and Oda was a genius here. Luffy keeps the rubber's elasticity stretched and gains some crazy power thanks to the armament haki coating. He demonstrates his creativity as a fighter to successfully adapt to the brutality of the new world. Gear 2nd is the kind of technique I'm absolutely in love with. It works a lot like Dragon Ball's Kaioken. It speeds up everything in the character's body and makes him super strong. And even today, I think this is one of Oda's best ideas. The scientific explanation of increasing blood flow by using the rubber body as a pump is genius. Oda managed to convey the feeling of speed and strength in an absolutely incredible fashion. The super fast attacks resemble a barrage of invisible machine guns. I really like transformations that drastically enhance the character's speed. It's like Super Saiyan 2. Fast, efficient, strong, and straight to the point. Because of the increased blood circulation, he gets a bit more pink and red, which is really awesome, man. Really, it's pretty interesting. And having the honor of following the reveal of that fight week by week in the manga was priceless. It's so great to follow One Piece. When Gear 5 was introduced, Oda broke the internet and proved that his mind goes way beyond the obvious. This form is Luffy in his purest essence, playful, laughing, free from the constraints of the world. The concept of incorporating Toon Force references, that classic cartoon physics like Tom and Jerry and other shows from that era, is absolutely and incredibly creative. Luffy ends up fighting, changing reality with his imagination. And the coolest thing is that every time he shows up in this form, there's something new, a different, flexible move being introduced to us, just like with all the other transformations too. And that's really awesome. It's Oda's and Luffy's creativity at its highest level. But for me, in first place, there's no contest. It has to be Gear 4 Snakeman. I think this transformation is absolutely incredible. Luffy's design here, with his spikier hair and arms covered in haki, honestly gives me that imposing Super Saiyan 4 vibe from Dragon Ball GT. I honestly think that's just incredible. The way Snakeman's attacks work is just insane. The punch keeps changing direction and gets faster the more it stretches. Man, the moment this transformation happens is something else. It's just crazy. Following the weekly showdown between Luffy and Katakuri was an indescribable experience. At the climax of the Big Mom arc, up against the most badass member of her crew, Luffy had to surpass himself here, because how else was he gonna face Neko? I have wonderful memories from when this form first appeared and from that arc, and for me, it's at the very top of our podium. In the end, Luffy's transformations tell the story of his own evolution as a pirate, going from a kid who could stretch his arm to a god who frees people with a smile. But what about you guys? What are your favorite transformations of our future King of the Pirates? Do you prefer the serious look of Snakeman or the goofiness of Gear 5? Leave your ranking down below in the comments. If you're new here, welcome! Subscribe and leave a super cool like. That's it for me for now. That's all. See you next time.